The automotive industry has been a buzz over the last couple of years. One car has been buzzing with anticipation. Okay, I'll stop using the buzz pun. But the Volkswagen ID Buzz is finally here. This is the all-electric version of the VW bus, which was introduced back in the 1950s. So this new car has a lot to live up to.
The original VW bus was designed to maximize interior space. It had a flat-4 engine mounted in the back, which left the cabin for plenty of cargo volume or passenger space.
The new ID Buzz does the same, but in a different way. The battery pack is in the floor, and the electric motor, or motors if you get it with the 4Motion all-wheel drive system, are close to the wheels. So all the complicated powertrain stuff is down low. That leaves plenty of space in the cabin.
The interior of the ID Buzz feels airy and spacious. This is in part because it is a physically large vehicle, but also because of the large panoramic moonroof. It does not open, but at the swipe of your fingertip, it can turn from clear to opaque. Plus, it has the added benefit of UV protection on those clear and hot summer days.
Then there's the windshield, which is very big on the ID Buzz. It also extends very far forward, so at first it can feel a little bit weird when you start driving the ID Buzz. But don't worry, after a few drives, you do get used to the windshield being so far away from your driving position.
Speaking of the seats, the Volkswagen ID Buzz is available with 6 or 7 passenger seating. The second row captain's chairs of this demo vehicle provide an abundance of space for adults. These seats can slide forwards or backwards and recline for additional comfort. As for the third row, getting back there is super easy. There's a lever on top of the second row seats, which allows them to tilt and slide forwards. Legroom and headroom in the backmost seats is equally good for adults.
Then there's the amount of cargo space that you get. When you open up the power liftgate, which can be operated hands-free with a kick of your foot underneath the bumper, you'll find a little over 500 liters of space behind the third row seats. You'll also find the flexboard, which essentially is a shelf that divides the cargo area behind the third row.
If you fold down the third row seats, the ID Buzz provides over 2,000 liters of cargo space. And finally, with the second row seats folded and with the third row seats removed, yes, you can take them out of the Buzz, there is 4,120 liters of cargo volume. That's enough space to do an IKEA run in just one go. But just like other minivans, you are not restricted to load just from the back. The power sliding doors can be opened at the pull of the exterior handle, a push of a button on the inside, remotely from the key fob, or with the swing of your foot.
Then there's all the cubbies that you get inside the VW ID Buzz to store smaller items. There's a big one right above the glove box, a couple of them in each door panel, a small one by your left knee, one for your phone by your right knee, which is also a wireless charging pad, the cup holders drop down from the dashboard, and there's this one in between the seats.
This is called the Buzz Box. Not only do you get some storage space on the top, but those dividers are removable and very useful too. One is an ice scraper, while the other is a bottle opener. But the real party piece is its ability to be removed and situated between the second row seats or perhaps the third row seats if it's needed there. But this new ID Buzz isn't just about cargo space. It's packed with plenty of technology as well. It has a large 12.9-inch infotainment touchscreen, which allows you to set your vehicle's preferences, change the climate, turn on the heated, ventilated, or massaging functions of the front seats, set the ambient lighting, and everything in between. It also supports wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. Right beneath it are a few capacitive touch controls for the radio volume and climate temperature. You can swipe your finger across or tap it to change the settings.
In front of the driver is a 5.3-inch screen which displays the vehicle's speed, battery percentage, driver aids, and more. There's also a head-up display which it too displays the vehicle's speed, the speed limit, and turn-by-turn navigation.
The ID Buzz is also packed with a lot of safety and driver aids, which range from forward collision alert with automatic emergency braking, to blind zone sensors, to lane departure warning, to adaptive cruise control. It also has surround view cameras and Park Assist Plus with memory parking. This feature lets you record a parking maneuver such as exiting your driveway, and then the ID Buzz can replicate it on the following occasions.
So the VW ID Buzz is spacious and packed full of features. But how does it drive? Well, to say the least, it's quick. Much more so than the old VW Bus of the 50s. You can get the ID Buzz with a single motor, which powers the back wheels. Or you can get it with a dual motor to create a 4-motion all-wheel drive system. The single motor version produces 282 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque, which is enough to really get you going. But if you get it with the dual motor version, then it produces 335 horsepower and the same torque as the single motor version. Volkswagen says that in the dual motor version of the ID Buzz, it will accelerate from a stop to 100 kilometers an hour in just 6.4 seconds.
The low center of gravity of that 91 kilowatt-hour battery pack in the floor provides the ID Buzz a feeling of sure-footedness whenever it drives around corners. It may be a big vehicle, but thanks to its low center of gravity and instant electric motor torque, it has a sprite in its step.
With the single motor, you're getting up to 377 kilometers of driving range. Of course, that number is going to vary depending on your driving style, climate control usage, or the ambient temperature. But unlike some other EVs, you're not going to be paying a big penalty in choosing the dual motor version over the single motor version. You're only losing about 5 kilometers of driving range for a total of up to 372 kilometers in the dual motor.
Once you arrive at your destination, the ID Buzz can recharge at a rate of up to 200 kilowatts. That means that a charge from 10% to 80% can take as little as 26 minutes. From an 11 kilowatt level 2 charger, 0% to 100% takes just over 8 hours to complete.
So what will the 2025 Volkswagen ID Buzz cost you? Well, right now here in Canada, it is only available as a first edition. So keep in mind that is a fully loaded model. So it has a starting price of just under $77,500. If you get it with the 4-motion all-wheel drive system, then it will cost you just under $83,000 Canadian. So what are your thoughts on the Volkswagen ID Buzz? We think that it's a pretty funky car, and it definitely looks different than anything else that's on the road today. In fact, over the last few days that we've been filming this car, we've noticed a lot of people stopping, pulling out their phones, and taking pictures of it, or just giving it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see this car in person or test drive it, please do contact our knowledgeable product specialists at Open Road Volkswagen Burnaby to schedule an appointment. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and see you next time.